everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm filming from Singapore because I'm back for about 2 weeks, not only for Chinese New Year but also to do a little bit of work, as well as one of my main aims is also to look for a yoga school that I could practice with when I'm back officially in Singapore, because I'm coming back officially for good in about 3 to 4 months time. I think there are a few things that I would look out for when it comes to looking for a yoga school. I listed them down and I did some planning as well when I was in Poland, just to make sure that I could make the best use of my time here. There were a couple of schools that I wanted to visit, and more importantly, I also wanted to focus more on Ashtanga, as well as trying out a variety of different yoga styles. But actually, after coming back, I realized that because of the lifestyle that I would probably be leading in Singapore, it's gonna be hard for me to practice like how I used to back in Poland, primarily because yoga was like a big part of my life. But back here in Singapore, I'll then have to spread my time also with a bunch of other things that I'm trying to juggle as well. Time for family, time for friends, as well as, more importantly, it's also I'm gonna start a new role in the company, and I just want to make sure that I focus my efforts in the right areas. So work is still my main aim, and of course yoga, as much as I want to improve it, it will be something that I want it to complement my entire lifestyle overall. So the list of factors that I actually listed down based on what I'm actually looking for, which I initially thought was most important, was actually the yoga school or the yoga teacher in which I'm practicing with, because it's very important for you to not only be comfortable with your teacher but also find a teacher that really focuses on your development, and also knowing what are some of your strengths and weaknesses in order to improve your yoga practice as a whole. That was initially my first priority, but what I also realized was important was convenience, be it from my workplace, so that at least commuting wise it's not going to be a chore, the schedule of the classes, so that I would not then say that, okay, because of something I'm not able to attend yoga class, or if it's really far away from my house, I would just come up with some lazy excuse that I'm tired, let's just go over the weekends, let's just go on another day, and so on. But what I realized was the most important is actually knowing yourself, because as much as you could go hunting for like the so-called best teachers, so what is best for someone may not be the best for you. And you also knowing what are some of the aims and objectives in which you want to achieve. For me, when I came back, I realized that the lifestyle that I was possibly going to lead is going to be slightly different from what I used to be leading in Poland. So I probably need to, number one, reduce the schedule of practice that I have, meaning to say commuting to yoga school. And on the other hand, what I will then have to do in order to still make up for it is probably then more independent practice. So in the last 2 weeks, I initially planned to visit 3 yoga schools, but I only managed to tick box 2 of them. I like both of them for different reasons. The first one that I went to was actually a Ashtanga yoga focused practice school. It was very Mysore style. Mysore practice means to say it's more independent practice, and then the teacher walks around and he then corrects you in terms of your alignment, your technique, and he gives you also the next posture in which you should be working towards. So in a sense, it's more traditional Ashtanga practice, something that I'm not quite used to, because in Poland, what I'm used to practicing is actually the teacher-led classes. So when it came down to like the memory, memorizing of the poses, knowing what to do next, I really struggled. The Sanskrit names as well, because back in Poland, I was not actually attending an English teacher-led class. I was attending something that was Polish-led predominantly. Occasionally, the teacher would translate to English just because he knows that I'm not actually understanding what is happening. Of course, there was another teacher that I was also working with who spoke English for the entire class, but I still feel that there was some groundings in which was absent in my practice. So I really struggled with that class, even though I was going for pretty much once every 2 days in the last 2 weeks. And then I found another school which focused more on being teacher-led, and it taught mostly principles, fundamentals, and of course it comes in a course basis, beginners, intermediate, as well as advanced. So my own preliminary thoughts is that when I come back from Poland, what I'll do is I will do both concurrently. If let's say there is the ability to afford some time in that area, it shouldn't be too intense, because what I would expect is just me going into one class at each school per week, so meaning 2 classes a week with different schools, different teachers, and then hoping to develop myself fully as a better Ashtanga yogi in time. So another thing that I thought about was also wanting to develop a variety of yoga styles, and that would then mean that I would then have to attend more classes. I'm not sure if I'm prepared for that right now, so I might put that on hold for a while, just to focus fully on Ashtanga, improving myself, and then considering how I could explore other yoga styles. So yeah, that's some of my reflections on hunting for a yoga teacher, yoga school, and how I would like to practice when I return to Singapore. I'll see how it goes as well, because I believe in the next 3 to 4 months, as I continue my practice in Poland, I think some things might change. I hope there would be improvements, but who knows in that how my thoughts will also evolve during this period of time. And I will be back in Singapore and probably come up with another reflections piece, just to see how I land, where I land, and also what I plan to do in terms of my yoga schedule here. So I hope you like this video. If you're also looking, or if you have recommendations for yoga teachers, yoga schools here in Singapore, please drop me a note. Will be really appreciative, because I'm still undecided. I'm still trying to think of what school or what schedule fits me the best. And if you like this video, feel free to like, subscribe, and if you really like to see some updates on how I'm doing in terms of yoga, some of my lifestyle related videos as well, feel free to comment below, and I look forward to see you soon again. Bye!